Good morning, 604.
Good morning, Ms. Canela, Mr. Rudy.
Good morning. I hope that everyone is doing well on this Thursday, March 4th of 2021. Let me tell you how it's going to roll today, how it's going to fly in class, all right? Cameras need to be on, so please turn them on. All right, hello, Yerlin. So what we're going to be doing today, hello, Juliana. We are going to be reviewing the area of triangles, the area of trapezoids, and surface area. Why? Because tomorrow you're going to have a math test. If you do well today on the work that we present to you in your independent work, then your quiz tomorrow, your test tomorrow will be a piece of cake. It will be a walk in the park. Okay, so just a reminder, we're going to review that again today. Tomorrow when you come into class, we'll take about 10, 15 minutes. We'll review the 3 formulas so you can write them down, be successful. Then you're going to take your test tomorrow. You're going to show all your work, and those will be the notes you turn in. So like every day we make you turn notes in, the same thing applies tomorrow. Let me tell you how the rest of the year is going to go out in math. So as of next week, we're going to be moving into Unit 5. Before we do test prep, we're going to finish up the year. We're going to do statistics and probability. So we're going to do probability for 2 days. Then we're going to learn how to do histograms all next week. After that week, will be the 2 weeks before the break. We're then going to move into box, whisker, dot plots, line plots. And then we're going to move into mean, median, mode, and range, which is really awesome. When you come back from the break, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing test review. So we're going to take everything that we learned in all 3 of the units, algebra, the equations and expressions, ratios and proportions, and number sense with GCF, LCM. We're going to do a review as if you're having the state exam because we're not sure if we are. We might not. We don't know yet. And then after we finish the state exam review sometime in the middle of May towards Memorial Day, we're then going to prepare you for 7th grade math on integers, the first unit of 7th grade math. How does that sound? Sound like a plan? All right. That's where we're going for math. It's actually going to be really fun. If we were in the building, we would have done a Skittles activity outside on the benches. But unfortunately, we're not there. But we're going to try to make something kind of fun for you to do at home. All right? Maybe we'll kind of do that activity where you can kind of do it. All right? So what I'm going to need from you today is I'm going to need a person to take my notes. Who's going to be my screenshot person? Okay, Kalani, write your name in the chat. Screenshot equal Kalani. Learning target, I would like remises. Can you put LT equals remises? Model problem 1 is going to be Miss Liana Sanchez. Model problem 2 is going to be Kayla. I'm changing it up today. Model problem 3 is going to be Miss Abigail Torres. Problem 4 is going to be Brandon. Problem 5 is going to be 2 students. I'm going to have Emma and Kevin do problem 5. Does anyone have any questions so far? Let me write who's present on Kickboard. Let's give you positive points for being on time. So, okay, let me just see who's absent right now because I got to write who's, Maria's not here, Samiri's not here. Okay, so these people are absent. Okay, let me see who's on 4 apps. Guys, you got to be on time, okay? 10:10, this starts. All right, very, very important. All right, we just got people coming in. We got Ian and Samiri. Ian and Samiri. 10:15, 10:15. I'm going to send that to Mr. R. Cameras need to be on. Good, guys. Make sure your faces are shown. Justin, I need to see your face. Photo? I don't know when you came in. Okay. Reminder, you have a test tomorrow. If you didn't know, now you know. We are now going to get this show on the road, and we are going to start with the learning target. So, Kalani, you're going to remind us who's got what part. Let me just make sure I close out this work. I think one of us forgot, Mr. R, I forgot to close it out because I need everybody focused. If I catch anyone doing my work during my time, you will receive a 0. It's time for you to pay attention so that you could do really, really well in your test tomorrow because this class, I heard, killed it yesterday in my absence. All right, so here we go. You need to know 3 formulas today: triangle, trapezoid, and surface area. So maybe Kalani can type them in the chat right now, the 3 formulas for us. Surface area, volume, trapezoids, and areas. Okay. I think I said these, right?
Learning target. I can calculate the surface area of figures that relate to real world situations. I can celebrate the volume of figures that relate to real world situations. I can calculate the area of trapezoids that relate to real world situations.
Keep going.
Important, yeah. Important value words. Surface area formula. Uh, SA equals surface area, W equals width, H equals height, L equals length.
Awesome. He's right there. Hold on. Give everyone a second to write that down. Kalani's put it in the chat. All right, good. Can you read number 5 and 6 for me, sir?
Volume formula V equals LXW. L times width times height. Area of trapezoids A equals B1 plus B2 times H/2.
Okay. There are the formulas that you need. Oh, we forgot one. There should be one more here. My mistake. We should have a number 7. Area of a triangle. Who remembers that?
Area of triangle.
Remember? A equals what? Base times
Height.
divided by what?
Divided by 2.
Thank you. Whoever said that. Make sure you write that down. They're also going to be in the chat, so you can refer to the chat for anything that we need to do for today and moving forward. If you know these formulas, you should get 100 on your work. Okay? They're in the chat. This is a reference sheet that you will see if you take a state exam. Now, we're not sure if you're going to have the state exam, but this red formula, you don't have to write this down. Okay? I'm going to change this into blue. This formula in blue is for a triangle. 1/2 base times the height is the same as base times height divided by 2. So when we do test prep, I'm going to give you some things that they don't give you that you need to automatically know just in case we have to take the state test, which probably will be towards May or June. That's why we're going to do the test review all of April and May. The volume formula is length times width times height, or base times height. But we've been dealing with rectangular prisms, so mostly it's length, width, and height. Now, there might be something that you might see on today's work for parallelogram. I would write this down. A parallelogram. Oops, I think I spelled parallelogram wrong. I did. Parallelogram. I'm going to change it to purple. Parallelogram. It says area equals base times height. You need to know that. Write that down. For parallelogram, base times height. You'll see it in today's work. Very simple. I'm going to type it in the chat for you. You got every formula you need to know to be successful today. Okay? All right, problem 1. Kalani's going to tell you who's got it, and you're going to read it, solve it, do it.
Problem 1 is Leanna.
Miss Sanchez.
All right, it says a shape is made out of 10 right triangles of each size. Each right triangle has a base of 6 centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters. What is the total area in square centimeters of the shape? So the first step is that we have to do the formula. So the formula is A equals B times H divided by 2. So the B equals base, and then the height equals the H equals height. Sorry. So the base is 6 centimeters and the height is 5 centimeters.
Okay. So we drew the triangle, which now she says write the formula, right? Am I hearing you right?
Yes, and the formula is A equals B times H divided by 2.
Okay.
So now the second step is that you have to label. So we already labeled, of course. And then step 3 is to substitute. So what we have to do is we have to do base times height. So the base is 6 centimeters times 5 centimeters. So 6 times 5 equals 30, divided by 2, and 30 divided by 2 is 15. But we're not done yet. We have to, it says, can you go back up so I can?
Yeah, let me just put this. Hold on, it's 15 centimeters what?
Squared.
And what does that
So
represent?
that represents the area of the area of one triangle, but it says a shape is made out of 10 right triangles, and we need to find the area of all those 10 triangles. So what we have to do is we have to do 10 times 15, which equals 150 centimeters squared, and that is our area of the shape.
Good, so 15, which is the area of one triangle, times 10, which represents there are 10 right, oops, not 109, oops, which represents 10 right triangles. And then what did you say it was, Leanna?
I said it equals to 150 centimeters squared, and that is the area of the shape.
Does everyone see what Leanna just did here, guys? Does anyone have any questions, comments? I'm going to put the square in a second. Anyone have any questions or comments for her? Anyone confused on what Leanna just did? Please ask her now, and I'm sure she'll be more than happy to clarify what she did. Ask her now before we move on. No? Okay. I'm assuming everyone is understanding. I don't have any no's. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to make this a little smaller. My screenshot person, if you could kindly screenshot that. Okay, so this would be your answer here. I'm just going to put a little black, oops. I'm going to put a little black line here. Okay. All right, screenshot person. Give me a yes if you understand this problem. Type in yes in the chat if you understand this problem. Good, thumbs up. Type yes in the chat so I can see it in the chat as well. Okay, I guess everyone's okay at this point. We're going to be moving on in the next, we're going to be moving on in 10, 9, 8. Again, this is all in Google Classroom. The notes are due at the end of the class. There's not a lot to write. It's 5 problems. 4, 3. This is in preparation for tomorrow. You're going to see problems just like this. 2. I would use your notes to help you. And in Google Classroom, you will find problem 1. Problem 2, Kalani, who's got this?
Caleb.
Caleb, what do we got, bud? This is for you.
Okay. Step 1, we're gonna put the volume formula, which is B times H rho. Which step are we gonna do first? The first one or the second one?
Okay. I'm listening to whatever you say to write. I'm writing what you say, sir.
Step 1, you will put the volume formula with V equals L times W times H. And step 2 is gonna be and that's going to be the length times width and height, and the length is 12 centimeters, the width is 6.5 centimeters, and the height is 1.25 centimeters.
Now what?
Now we're going to substitute. We're going to substitute the V equals L times W times H. V equals 12. Now we're going to multiply. So we need 12 cm times 6.5 times 1.25 centimeters. And then we're gonna find the answer, which is the area. Solve by multiplying it. And the answer would be.
So what's 12 times 6.5 times 1.25, Caleb? Because you're killing this question, kid. Guys, type in the chat what the product is, what Caleb tells
The
us.
answer is 97.5.
97.5 what, sir?
Centimeters.
To what power?
So the power of 3.
Yes. Why is it to the power of 3? Can you explain?
Because if you see the answer, it says there's a length, a width, and a height. So those are 3 bases. So it's gonna be the power of 3.
Does anyone have any questions for Caleb? Now's a really good time to ask him because he solved that problem perfectly. Okay, if you understand problem 2, please type yes in the chat. If you understand, I need to see yes in the chat for participation and kickboard points. Ah, Miss Burgo said yes. All right. Got a lot of yeses in here. Thank you for following directions. I appreciate you all in this class right now. All right, my screenshot as student, please make sure you have a picture of screenshot 2, and you're going to display that into Google Classroom for us. May I erase it, screenshot taker? Somebody speak to me.
Yes.
Okay. All right, who's got problem 3, Kalani?
Problem 3 is Abigail.
E.
The surface area S of a right rectangular prism with length length L, width W, and height H can be found using the formula below. What is the surface area in square inches of a prism with a length of 5 inches, a width of 3 inches, and a height of 9 inches? So first we have to write the formula, which is S equals 2 parentheses length times width plus width times height plus height times length.
Perfect. Continue.
The length is 5 inches, the width is 3 inches, and the height is 9 inches.
Beautiful. Keep going, kiddo.
And now, since we have to rewrite the formula, which is S equals 2 parentheses length times width plus width times height plus height times length. And now we have to substitute them, which is 5 times 3, 3 times 9, and 9 times 5. And 5 times 3 equals 15. 3 times 9 equals 27. And 9 times 5 equals 45.
Abigail, I'm so proud of you. Keep going.
And now we have to add 15 plus 27 plus 45, which equals 87.
Are you done,
Now
Abigail?
we have to, no, since we have the 2 left, we have to do 87 times 2, which is 174.
174. Square what?
174 inches squared.
Abigail, you did that so beautifully. I'm going to throw you around at kickboard points for being on it. What does this represent, Abigail? What does this S represent?
The S represents the surface area
Of what shape? Of what shape?
of a prism.
What kind of prism?
Square inches of a prism.
Yeah, so a rectangular prism. Beautiful job. Well done. Miss Torres knows what she's doing. If you could do this, then you should be able to do very well tomorrow on your test. Shout out to you, Miss Torres, Miss Abigail. Type yes in the chat if you understand the problem number 3 that she just did for me. Thank you to those students that have been on task, who've been focused, who've been doing their work. Yep. Okay, perfect. All right. Do you guys want to go to breakout room or you just want to do it together? You tell me. What do you feel? Because we've been doing this for a while now. Somebody
Can we
talk.
do it together?
Sure. Sounds like a plan. Hey, Miss B, do you want to call on somebody? Did we call on somebody for number 4?
Sure. Let's see who we have. Can we have Ramesses?
Sure. So just real quick, Miss Burgos, do you want to read the problem? And
Sure. Find the area of the parallelogram. Area equals base times height. So come on, Ramesses.
I labeled it for you.
So what is the base and what is the height? So area equals, what's the base?
8 inches.
Okay, and what is the height?
3 inches.
Okay, so what is 8 times 3?
8 times 3, 24.
24 what?
24 inches.
24 inches, 24 inches square.
4 inches.
Okay, so the answer is A. Good job.
Wait.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's B. You're missing the square.
Now, Miss B, do they understand why A is the distractor answer and why B is correct?
Because you forgot to put the 2 on the top.
How many numbers are you multiplying?
2.
2. So that's why you're squaring the answer, as Miss B just mentioned. Yeah?
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions? Because you are going to see a problem like this on your independent practice. So don't say, I don't know what to do when I told you, Miss B told you, we gave you the formula. Please make sure you copy it down and refer to Google Classroom for assistance. Screenshot assistant, did we do this? Miss Roman? All right. I think we have one more, because this is a quick review. The reason why we didn't do the 5 is because it's not relevant to a parallelogram, because all we need is a base and a height. This 5 has nothing to do with a parallelogram, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure you understand that. All right, this one is up for grabs. This one is area of trapezoid. Who would like to tackle this problem?
It was Emma and Kevin.
Kevin.
Okay, so maybe Kevin, you read it, and Emma, you solve it.
What is the area of the trapezoid in H equals 5 centimeters? B, the power of 1 equals 6 centimeters, and B, the power of 2 equals 8 centimeters.
Okay. Emma, could you tell us base 1 and base 2 of this trapezoid?
Base 1 of the trapezoid is 6 centimeters and base 2 is 8 centimeters.
Okay, Emma, I got a question for you, or anybody else. Where's the height? What's it next to?
Base 1.
So it'll be like this line, that blue line. Can everyone see that blue line? Is that what you mean? Emma, what is the height?
The height is 5 centimeters.
Okay, Emma, now that I got this identified, what is step 1? I forgot, help me out.
Step 1 is to write the formula.
Yeah, what formula?
The formula A, which is area, equals base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2.
Marvelous job, Miss Emma. Excellent. Keep going, because you're impressing me, guys. This class is really impressing me. I missed you so much yesterday.
Now we're gonna switch the letters to the numbers.
Okay.
So A equals 6 centimeters.
I'm listening.
Plus 8 centimeters times 2 centimeters divided by 2.
Emma. Yes, Emma. Miss B, check her out. Mr. R, check her out. Dean Young.
He helped me on Tuesday.
Check her out, Dean Young. 6 plus 8.
6. Wait. 6 plus 8 is 14.
Times, oh, oops, you said the height was supposed to be 5. You see, no one caught my mistake. Haha. Times 5. Somebody wrote it in the chat. 16 times 5?
16 times 5. Where did I got my calculator?
So 14 times 5 equals 70 centimeters.
70
Divided by
centimeters
2.
2. So 70 divided by 2 equals 35 square centimeters.
Yes, Miss B, you hear this?
I'm not surprised. She's the one who taught me on Tuesday.
Should I see? Type yes in the chat if you understand the area of trapezoids. So as you can see, folks, we are going over what you will be seeing tomorrow. Okay? You are going over what you will be seeing tomorrow on your test. We will review again the formulas tomorrow for about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and then you will proceed to take your test on this. Does anyone have any questions on anything that we just did? We did area of triangles, area of trapezoids, volume, and surface area, and parallelogram. Because if not, then this is the next agenda. Screenshot person, you got it, Kalani? Okay. The next component is I'm not going to go over anything except one problem because it's very hard to see. So the only problem I'm going to go over is the bonus question because the way that it was screenshotted, it's hard to make it out. And I want to make sure it's fair for all. Okay. So clearly we already know it is 10:39. That was a really super quick class. Before I hit collect responses. Okay, you're going to type your class. How do we find the area of the triangle? Who can tell me the formula? I'm just going to give you the formulas. What's the formula? And you're going to have to do the math. Somebody. Extra kickboard points.
Base times height divided by 2.
Good. Okay, so base times height, you're going to multiply 2 times 3, divide that by 2 to get your answer. Got it? Okay, you can't do it just yet. Okay, the next question is, hold on. The next question will be, and hopefully you guys will do awesome. Question 3, how do I find the volume? Somebody can come off mute and tell me the volume formula. Extra kickboard points, volume formula.
V equals length times width times height.
Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Emma. So you're going to multiply 9, 3, and 4 and get your answer. Now, let me just explain to you what this CU is. CU means cubic. MM means millimeters. Millimeters. So when you're cubing it, you're actually going to the third power. So your answer will have CU. It would be either CUMM, either 108, or 16 CUMM. Does that make sense now?
Yes.
Okay, so that way that there's no confusion, right? Number 4, we just did this area of a parallelogram. It's the same question we just did. Refer to Google Classroom. Miss B went over it and explained the misconception. Question 5, this is bonus. I do want to go over this one because it was very hard to screenshot. So, okay, if this is 0 and this is a 2 here, and that this is a -5. This is a +6 here, and this is a -4. Who thinks they can tell me the coordinates? Let's try the coordinate of this blue dot. 2 comma what? What's in between 4 and 5? I mean, what's in between, sorry, 4 and, this is 2 comma 6, which would be, this would be 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little hard to see, I apologize. This is -5, -6. So this would be -5. This is not the bonus question. -6. Everyone see?
Mm-hmm.
If we were in school, we would have zoomed it in for you. This is -5, -4. Yeah, It's a little
Yeah.
hard to see. I apologize. That's my mistake. And then this one is
Positive 2, negative 4.
good. Positive 2, negative 4. Thanks, Miss B. So then you would
You're
pick
welcome.
choice A for the bonus question.
Mhm.
Again, I wouldn't have given it to you, but because it was unclear, it's only right. Okay? Once this is all submitted, you have to focus on turning your notes in. It's 10:42. This class is over at 11:10. That gives you guys 28 minutes to do 4 problems, turn your notes in, and complete your iReady. That is due tomorrow at 3:30. Does anyone have any questions on the expectations? Adam, before we proceed to go on your own, what do we have to complete right now? What's the first task? Complete what?
The independent,
Once you're done with the independent, what do you have to submit?
you need to submit your notes.
And where do you get the notes from? Where can you look if you need help? Google Classroom. After we submit the notes, Abigail, we did independent, we submit the notes. What do we work on if we finish?
You have to work on iReady.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions on that? All right, begin.